this is Denise from Inner Strength University with your inner guidance message for the day. And it is my passion and purpose to help awaken within you the power that's always been there. So today we're going to talk about uncertainty and certainty. And nothing is certain until you are. You determine your reality. Your reality does not determine you. I know that there are some times when you look at your reality and it feels out of control. You feel out of control. And you feel very stuck and don't know how to move forward because it seems like nothing you're doing is moving you in the right direction. And that is because you're moving forward and you're taking action from a point of uncertainty, and you always attract to you who you are and what you are. So if you are uncertain, you then bring more uncertainty to you. And if you are sure and confident and self-aware, that is what you bring to you. So in today's video, I'm going to help with some steps of how to bring this certainty to you. Because, even myself, it may seem like I got it all together at all times. But most of the time, I'm telling you I'm doing things on a wing and a prayer. But what I mean by that is that I know in my moving forward, in me making the decision, this is a done deal, even though I don't know all the steps, I don't know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen, but one thing I do know, it will happen. Once I decide what I want, whether it's vague of I just want to be happy every day, or it's a certain outcome such as I want to move in 2 months and I need to sell the house I'm in and find a new one and move an entire family. So whatever it is that you decide, you have to give it 100%. You have to be all in just knowing that in the creation of the thought, it is a done deal vibrationally. And what we mean by that is this, that the moment you think something, you actually go to an alternate reality. All thought is alternate realities. It is not based on the reality that you're in. You're looking at the reality that you're in and you're saying to yourself, this isn't quite it. So then you start to think of something that would bring relief, something that would make you feel better, something that is just exciting to work towards. And that is an alternate reality, because if it was your reality, it would be there right there at that moment, in the now moment. So know that the moment you have a thought, you're going to a whole different time space. And in that time space, all things are possible. If it was not possible, you would not be able to have the thought. If you stop and think about all the thoughts that you can't think and all the things that you can't possibly even conceive of, kind of makes your head hurt there. But that's exactly what we're talking about here, in the sense that when you think of something, a vibration is created. And that vibration brings it into vibrational reality. And if it is bringing relief to you from where you're at, it is at a higher vibration than where you are. And most cannot stay in that vibration because they're not seeing it, feeling it, tasting it, touching it, hearing it in physical reality. So you've been taught that it's imaginary, or it doesn't exist, or it doesn't exist for you. And that is not true. The moment you think of it, it is a done deal. And it stays at the vibration that it is. You will never see it if you stay at the vibration where you are when you created the thought. Because you cannot have the solution and the thought and the problem at the same level, because it would not be a solution. So with that in mind, you want to move forward knowing that even though you can't see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, hear it, it is real. It is just as real as the physical reality around you. And it's really mind-blowing that in order for something to be real, it has to be physically manifested in this reality. So we would throw out air. We would throw out your thoughts. Until you write them down, they're not real, but they are. Because at the best moments, it brings you joy, and at the worst moments, it keeps you stuck. So with that in mind, here are some steps that you can do, because if you take action, if you go into the yang male energy action without creating the sacred space, the yin, the female energy first, you will just be chasing your tail and running in circles. Eventually, maybe something will work itself out, but it'll take a whole lot longer and a whole lot more effort on your part than if you create the space first. So how you do that is this. First and foremost, you create the space by knowing exactly what it is that you want, and how you know you want it. It feels good. That is your higher self. That is the other part of you, the non-physical part of you saying, you are correct, you're right on target. And that part of your inner being goes and becomes that thing that you are asking for, whether it's an event or bringing a person into your life, whatever it may be. And then that higher part of you, that inner being part, then starts to send signs and signals into whatever your current now moment is, giving you feedback if you are on track to the space that you created. So if you create space for abundance, you cannot have or allow anything in that abundant space that goes against abundance. You can't have thoughts of limit. You can't have thoughts of lack. You don't want to put your attention on anything but noticing all the abundance that is already around you, and the fact that you are the abundance that you seek. So with that, after you create the space, and you have to feel what that space feels like, because in the feeling of it, then you will know when you're a match in the now moment towards that space, because it will feel the same way. And each space that you create has a different feeling. And this is when we speak to you about your heart song. That's what a heart song is. It is knowing in the moment how you feel and what kind of space it is creating. So you have to see your space is created. The outcome is a done deal. There's no doubts whatsoever. It is certain because you thought it, because you felt it. It is just as real as the physical reality. Then you, again, only allow in that space what matches to that desire, what has the same feel as the original space that you created on the topic. And then you focus on any type of action or inspired action, and a lot of times it happens even before you think about it, that you're just simply in the flow, feeling that feel moving towards. You only need to know the next step. You don't need to know the next 10, because you will drive yourself crazy of trying to figure out when it'll all happen. So if you stay focused in the now and focus how you feel and move forward with that. Now, there will be times in the now moment that there's nothing to do. You know, you've done this step. That has to kind of take root, and there's things going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of that are to your benefit that need to happen before the next step on your part shows up. So then what you do during your downtime is you still stay in that feeling, that same creative space feeling that you made on the topic, but do whatever else. Go for a run, read a book, watch a show, whatever it is that brings you joy, that matches that feeling. Because the more you stay in the feeling of the space you created, the less time it takes from the thinking of it to the manifesting of it. And then as you're in that downtime, you will automatically know when the next step shows up and when to take it. And before you know it, that space you created in vibrational reality becomes your physical reality. This is how law of attraction works. You have to match the vibration of what it is that you're desiring, that you're asking for before it shows up, because it's not there now because you're not the match of it. So everything is your personal responsibility. Nothing is ever happening outside of you. And once you truly embrace the idea that you have to be aware of how you feel, and your feelings are your GPS, they are your roadmap, they are your guide, they are your guru in order to get to you to connect with what your higher self, your inner being already is realizing. When you feel negative emotion, it is your inner being, your higher self saying to you, you've gone a little off track here. So why don't we focus on something that makes you feel good? It doesn't even have to be on that topic. And that will bring everything back on track. We hope this has broken certainty down for you. Nothing is certain until you are. And when you are, this universe moves to bring you exactly what you're certain about. We hope you're enjoying these emails and these videos, and if there's a topic that you would like to see, here's a way for us to co-create together. What is your desire? Place a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to create that video just for you. Have an amazing day.